Hi, it's Jess here from Nigezza.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. So I'm bringing you a project for the Ink Stamp Share blog hop, and this month it is a colour challenge, and it is these four colours, so Highland Heather, So Saffron, Rococo Rose and Granny Apple Green. And I actually had to take the plastic cover off Granny Apple Green because I've not used it. So I looked at that and I thought floral. I thought nice for the centre of flowers, nice colour for flowers, and that could be the foliage. So I thought, what could I use? And so I've pulled out Beautiful Bouquet, because that gives me lots and lots of flowers, and of course there is the dies to go with it. So I'm going to do a little bit of something with that. So I'm going to do a Highland Heather card blank, and I've got some white mats cut, so I'm going to have one on the outside and one on the inside. So that's my basic card, and I'm going to do some stamping on here, some of the flowers. So I need the inks. I need a little bit of a scrap underneath here because I might go off the page, and so I have mounted some flowers. So I've chosen those flowers and these little ones to do centres, and I've got the little leaf there, and I've picked out a sentiment. So I've picked out, I couldn't have picked a better friend than you, because I thought I'd send this to one of my friends because I'm not seeing anybody at the moment, and I might do a little bit of die cutting as well, but I'm going to do some stamping first. And I thought about a little bit of a floral arrangement just coming down the side of the card, because I quite like that look. So as Highland Heather is my favourite, I'm going to do the big flower in Highland Heather, because I've chosen that for the card base as well, and I think that would look good. So I am going to do some stamping on and some stamping off, so we get two different sort of colours of it. When you do slightly off like that, you get the colour is dark in places and not in the other, so that's why I stamped off. Right, I'm going to leave that as that for the moment. Might come back in. I don't want to fill up the space with lots of big ones. Now I do think this might be quite dark. Yeah, so I'm going to stamp off this. I think because they're much subtler colours, I don't really want a really dark one, so I'm going to stamp off with this each time. I'll leave that as that, and then I'm going to do some little yellow flowers. Just checking, because that's it's an old one, so I can fill in some of these gaps. I don't think you get much of a colour when you stamp off, so I'm going to keep this as the full strength. I think stamping off it will be too subtle. I think we might have one there, like that, and then I'm going to put some leaves on, and then I'm going to fill the centre of these flowers with these little ones. So I quite like doing 2 leaves together like that. Don't know why I've not used Granny Apple Green ink, but when I finished off my ink collection, I had several greens that I had not, Pear Pizzazz was one that I had not opened, and this one, I think there was another green as well. It's like, just felt it was a little bit funny that it was greens that I'd not opened. Somehow that misstamped, but it doesn't matter. Might have a little bit poking up there. And there. Yep. So now I want to do some middles. So I'm going to do some dark Highland Heather in these light Highland Heather ones, and I might put them in these Rococo Rose ones. Quite like that. And then I also quite like the idea of having some of these gaps filled with that. And then I'm going to do, I think I'll do Rococo Rose inside that large purpley, Highland Heather one rather. And I'm going to do the other one. And then I might do a few of these. And some of these gaps. And I think I want just a little purple one there. And I think that'll be me stamping done. I did think about doing this all over and doing a one sheet wonder with it, which you could do. I am wanting, there, just wanted to fill in that, make it round. Yeah, so you could do a one sheet wonder with this and cover a whole sheet with that, but that's that. And I think that looks quite nice. So now I want a little sentiment there, and I think I'm going to do that on a scrap of Whisper White, which I have here. I thought for a moment I didn't. And I'm going to stamp that in Highland Heather, because that is my favourite colour of this offering. So I'm going to put that there, because I'm going to cut it out, die cut it out in, don't like that, I think it needs, might need re-inking, which means I need to buy a re-inker, and I clearly use it a lot, and don't think we can get them at the moment. It's a bit better. So my phone went then. So yeah, I'm not sure which I like best. I think that one's better. So I'm going to use the lovely stitched shapes, and I'm going to cut that out with the second size circle, and then I'm going to mat it using the Starburst punch. So I'm just going to cut or punch that out of some Highland Heather. And then I want to do some other die cutting. So I've got some scraps, and I'm going to die cut. I'm going to die cut these leaves like so, and you can see I have actually cheated and done it already, and die cut that one. Got me a little bit of yellow, and I have prepared them earlier. Not that I can actually see them right now, but I have prepared them earlier just to save time. I thought I'd be able to do this without stopping, but I forgot about punching that. So I'm going to get those cut out, and then we can put the card together. So that's everything cut out, and then we just need to put it together. And I'm going to just layer those leaves sort of behind this. I'm going to get those two stuck down first. Do love the look of these stitched shapes. And I do love the Starburst, and it does layer really quite nicely on that. I often use the 2-inch circle punch, which was an option for this, but I decided that I wanted the stitchiness to show, and I just think that mats really, really well. So we're going to stick that on there, but I want to put, I was thinking I was going to put these leaves behind and have these flowers on it as well, maybe over the top a bit. Yeah, I think that is how I want them. So just stick these down a bit. Used a tad there. So just sort of following the line of where I went stamping. There we go. And I'll put that like that there. Yep. And then I can decide whether or not I want to pop this up on dimensionals, which I think I might do. Pop 3 on. And then I can either put them underneath or on top. As I've popped it up on dimensionals, I'm not honestly sure now how I want them. I think I might want them underneath now. Yeah, flying by the seat of my pants as usual. Yeah, might have them over there a little bit. I got glue on my finger and it's stuck. Get off. Yeah, that's what I like. Kind of want something there. Now, we'll walk away few little blotches. There we go. This hasn't been too bad a colour challenge. I do sometimes look at colour challenges and go, oh no, no, I can't do that. But I didn't mind this one. Always helps to have some purple in it. There we are. Get that stuck down. Put that on. There we go. I can hear Ed. He's on Zoom. I could just hear him going, can you hear me? It's like, I can hear you all the way up here, so I should hope they can. There we go. And then I just stick that. And I could do a little bit of stamping, actually, on the inside of the card. Just thought of that. That would kind of finish it off nicely. If I did a bit on the inside as well, just to match that, just around in that corner there. There we are. That's my card done. So I will link to the blog hop in this blog post. Be linked down below to this blog post, and I'll link to the original blog hop as well, so you can see what everybody else has done with these lovely colours, bright and cheery, to cheer us up, because maybe a lot of us need cheering up right now. Okay, see you again soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye. Stay safe.